Conspiracies of My Little Bubbas. It's Kiki, and today we are on my roof. So, we're talking about things, and I wanted to do a podcast with her, so we decided to shut up and record it.
Yeah, because we were talking.
We were like, oh, we should do a podcast about this, and then we started talking about it, and we're like, wait, we should just do it now so we don't just talk about it. So, the universe, like...
The universe.
We're talking about the universe, not like one's...
Not like
We're not talking about planets and stars. We're talking about the universe and like all these different things, different theories, and how crazy.
Different theories and what we believe in and what we don't.
Yeah, like,
and like what are cool. What are
cool
if
theories,
it was real?
If it was real, like, whether we believe it or not. Because what I believe, I don't think is cool. I don't even know what I believe actually, so I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what I don't believe in, I think is cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But things that I'm like so sure aren't true are like, that sound bonkers to me.
Freaking bonkers.
Freaking bonkers, bro, are like cool.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't even know how to start this because it's like...
Okay, so... The one... It's not really a religion. Like, atheists isn't a religion, it's just...
Bro, it's a religion. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, it's a religion.
It is a religion. I want to look at the definition of religion and say, and like prove that atheists
because they're basically a religion.
They just don't believe in, like, fuck.
No, it's not that they don't believe in God, because I don't believe in, like,
no, but you
God.
believe there's like a force.
Yeah, so I'm
like there's something.
I'm definitely agnostic. I believe that there's something there. An atheist, they believe in like scientific theories, and like I can't just rely on scientific theories. Like it can't be true. Like, do you know how many times theories have been disproven?
A lot. I'm kind of like with her. I like believe there's like something. There's like the universe like is something. I don't know if I believe like there's a direct. I mean that is God. That is essentially God.
Yeah, the way
But I don't know what God is.
Yeah, the way I grew up was very spiritual. Like, both my parents, like, they never enforced a religion on me. They were just, like, very spiritual. Like, my dad would, like, talk about... He would say things like, everything happens for a reason, and, like, he believes in things that things have a reason, and they're meant to be, and, like... Some people are special, I don't know, and basically he believes that the universe is essentially God, and it makes sense. Like,
I grew up Christian. My mom's Catholic. My dad is like, fuck if I know, Christian, but some type of thing, which made sense to me when I was a kid, but when I started switching churches a bunch, back in like middle school, I believe, or like end of elementary school, but really in middle school, I was like, I didn't like the way that churches were done, because there was a church that I used to go to when I was little, and I loved it, and it was like when I was like really strongly religious. Because they did a really good job, and they were great with kids, and they just, like, everything made sense. And then I went to a church, because I was no longer allowed to go to that church because of something that my parents didn't like, and they wouldn't tell me for the longest time. And then, so we went to this one church, and this church started shitting on the church that I liked, that I felt was my family and all this stuff. And I was like, well, like, that's not even what, like, religion is about. Like, why are we going to a church to shit on another church? And like for me, that was like my safe haven. That's where I really liked to be at. And so for me, a bad church ruined my entire religious views. Like, it wasn't like, oh, like I started questioning about God immediately. It was like, this church sucks. I don't want to go to church anymore. What are they preaching about?
Yeah.
Because they were like preaching about like, oh, all this stuff is like kindness and all this stuff, and they're like, they literally said, I kid you not, we are the hospital for the, I'm not gonna say what the church is. we are the hospital for blah 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 church. Because so many people left that church to go to the church that I was at the time, and I was like, plus it was like really boring. It wasn't funny. The church that I went to was super super fun and awesome, and like if you live in the Pittsburgh area, like I suggest going there. But like that's what ruined it for me, honestly. And then ever since then, I've been questioning things, and like, because you can't not question it.
Oh, of course.
No, I don't think anyone could ever be like truly like so certain.
Yeah, if you don't question life or the existence of the world, then like you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, you're lying to yourself. I don't understand how like some people are so
like, you can't just be like, this is what happened, this is what everyone should believe in because this is what's right because it was written down in a book.
Yeah.
What?
Or like atheists, which is just like, there are people in school which drives me crazy. I find the atheists that I have met, I know there's some atheists that are not like this, but the truly atheist people that I have met have been the rudest people about religion and about what people believe. And if that's what they believe in, let them believe in that. You know what I mean? Like, they should never like shit on them. They'd be like, this is how it is.
They're like, you're stupid.
Yeah, you're stupid for believing that.
It's like, dude, let them believe in God if they want to freaking believe in God. Like,
yeah, and like a lot of the times religion makes people happy.
I feel like a lot of people feel like they need a purpose, and I think religion will give them a purpose.
Yeah, like to me, if atheism is right, that's depressing.
Yeah.
I think that's the most depressing.
Like, I totally get it. Like, I'm not going to rule it out because that's just how I am. Like, I can't, basically what I believe in, I can't rule out anything because anything is possible.
Yeah.
And atheism, like, I can't just believe the scientific theories. Like, I get it. They're the smart people. But, like, what do they really know?
Yeah.
You know how many theories have been disproven? Like, for God's sakes, we all thought the world was flat for the longest time.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, and we thought it was geocentric, and then
all of a sudden,
heliocentric. All of a sudden, it's this, all of a sudden, it's that.
Like, they're finding new planets and all this other stuff. It's like, when is this theory going to get disproven? What's next? Yeah. Basically. And that's why I don't think, like, atheists can't act like they're the smartest ones because nobody knows what happens when you die. Nobody knows.
Because you're dead. You can't come back. And people, so there's this thing, when you're like about to die, like you're dying, you have like 7 minutes of like relapse, I heard, of like all these different things.
I was reading near-death experiences.
Yeah, and so basically some people have confused that with like seeing the afterlife, which, because I feel like once you're actually truly dead, you're dead. You're never going to be able to you're never going to be able to come back and say that experience happened.
Yeah, like, people could be, your heart could stop and you're basically pronounced dead, but that doesn't mean you're dead because obviously you're fucking back, so.
Yeah. Like, so, so what that experience is, what people say is, like, you relive 7 minutes, like, it's like, I don't know if it's exactly 7 minutes, but that's what they say. It's 7 minutes of like memories, flashbacks of like all these things that seem like you saw the light or you see the afterlife for a little bit.
I read this one that I thought was like really interesting. So this guy, he was in a hospital. He was like an older guy. And he was in a bed. And he was dying, but there was a moment he couldn't move his body and he felt stiff, but he was still consciously aware.
Yeah.
But then he started feeling this falling feeling in like a blackness. He said he didn't see a light, he saw blackness, and he felt like he was falling. And then when he finally like was down or wherever he ended up, he felt like he didn't have a body anymore. Like, he couldn't move, he couldn't breathe, but it's like it was his mind was somewhere.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I thought that was like really cool. And he didn't know where he was. He said it didn't seem like he was somewhere that was of Earth.
Yeah, right. You're not gonna feel like that.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
But then when he came back, he felt that falling feeling again, and he felt like this punch, and he just could move again. And he said he didn't like it because he just felt all this sorrow and feelings again. He said he could feel because when he was like in his near-death experience, he couldn't feel anything.
That's fucking wild.
I know, when I read that, I was like, yo, if that's what death is like, I'm kind of for it.
Shut up. No, that's crazy that someone would like feel. Oh my god. No, because I could imagine, because you don't feel like you're in the body, and then all of a sudden you're back. It's like shit. Like I really got a body, and then wow, that's insane. Because wow, my mind's blown.
Yeah.
My mind is freaking blown. There's this one theory that I think is the most ridiculous thing, and this proves how fucking selfish humans are. It's like the I think it's called like Thursday or something. No, that's a different one. That's different. That's also really dumb, and I don't understand it. But sorry if you believe in this stuff. Like I'm not like hating on you. No offense, but
don't
I
get
think
triggered.
I think it's dumb.
Retarded.
But if you believe it, like I'm not gonna be like, oh fuck, you're stupid. I mean, no, can't get it.
No, we were just talking about how we hate when
I know.
like that.
No.
We're hypocrites.
I just think it's like, I don't know. I think it's really selfish to think. So basically what it is, which it also, to me, just doesn't make sense. Cause, okay, what it is basically you're in a video game simulation, essentially. Because the world is centered around you. And what you can see, like what you can't see, isn't there anymore. And like if this was my universe, once she leaves my sight, like she's no longer there. It's like if you've ever ever played Assassin's Creed and you're walking and all of a sudden it pops up. It's like the universe surrounds around you. Everything in you is that you see is a figment of your imagination.
It's
essentially the world revolves around you.
The movie Coraline, how the other mother, she makes the world for a specific child.
Yeah, it's like that. Like the garden was like her, and like it seemed perfect because in her other life it wasn't. Like that's basically what this is about. This is about you. I can't. Behind this brick wall is my house, but like it's not there right now because I can't see it.
In a way, I can understand how people can think that, but like it's how complex this world is.
Yeah,
I get it if you believe in this, if you live in like the country and you don't have a neighbor for miles. I can totally understand how you believe this because like your world is freaking small.
But it's like so everyone. Or like back in the day, I think this makes sense more back in the day when there's not social media, because they can't see of like you could tell me stories back in the day when there was no social media, no proof of no anything, like that, like, oh, you went to go to your boyfriend's house. Like let's say it was just like that mundane, like so you're telling me this experience and I'm like, oh, okay, like that's cool, because like that person is doing that. But now on social media there's like you could literally show me evidence, and it's like, why is all of this stuff just popping up for me?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, this isn't a freaking movie, dude. Like, you're not a main character. Like, you may think you are because
that's
you
what
are
that
you,
sounds like.
but everyone feels the same way. They are them.
Yeah.
Like, how you see
You've
is
never
how
been someone
they
else.
see. You can't.
That's insane. That's another thing.
Oh, man.
You've literally never been someone else, and you never will be someone else.
You want to know what
thing
freaks
that's
me
insane.
out?
What?
You have never seen your own face how other people see it.
Yeah, never. And that's crazy.
Because even in mirrors, it's flipped.
It's different. Yeah, it's different.
So you will never, ever see your face how other people see your face.
And, like, I would want to be in, not even just, like, I would want to be in someone else's body, like, in their mind. And just hear what they're thinking.
Sometimes
like,
I want to know. Like, I want to be me hearing their mind. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. I don't want to be myself in their body. Like, no, I want to hear their mind and see what they see, and just like have a conversation with I want them to have a conversation with me, and I want to hear what they're thinking about me.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I feel like it would prove, like, are you telling me the truth? Are you lying to me? Like,
I'd
that,
love
you know
to be able to
that'd
read
be
someone's
crazy.
mind.
Anyways, we're getting off track.
That we always do.
We always do that. That's what we do.
Burpee.
No, but what's some other, like, universal theories?
Okay.
Universe theories.
So, this is the topic that we started getting on when we were like, oh, we need to do this podcast now, is black holes.
Oh my god, I don't understand them. I know, like, it doesn't, I can't wrap my mind around it. Like, all this mass, like, way bigger than, like, than Earth, like, all this mass goes down to a singular point that's smaller than a point. What? And they're like, it just goes in that point.
I literally cannot comprehend.
Technically, and then they say, like, technically we could be in a black hole now, but, like,
I don't get it. Could
because
we?
it's like we're going into a black hole, but we don't, it's like
what would really happen if we go into a black hole? We don't fucking know.
yeah. Well, we would all be crushed down into a singular
But
point.
do we know that?
No, that's what they think. I don't know. No, we don't know. It's
Exactly. This is why, like, I can't just be like, oh, science is right, because it's theories. Like they're basically, oh, this is a theory that makes sense.
Okay, when I was in astronomy, when we were learning about the different, I know it's really hot.
It's got really hot, dude.
The sun is like beating directly down us. When we were learning about different theories about the Earth, or no, about like how things are made, like it was like the big crunch, the big bang, the big bounce, the big this, the big that, and I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. The Big Bang Theory to me makes absolutely no sense.
Because it's like, what the
How the hell did all of this stuff come from nothing? This is why I think that there is something there, because like, how did everything come from nothing? And then they're the same people. They're the same people who say nothing can, like, you can't just create energy. The same people are saying that just like everything comes from nothing. But the same people are just like, you can't create more energy. But bitch, what happened? It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? That just doesn't make sense to me.
I'm gonna tell this theory I created. Like, I don't really believe this, but it's kind of funny. So, humans freak me out because we are so different from everything. Like, what the hell? Why are we like this? Like, I get it. Evolution, it makes sense. But
yeah, but like, why are we building a bunch of houses and a bunch of cities and a bunch of all this stuff and processing food when all the other animals are not?
Like, why do we do that? Why are we smarter? And that's because...
Literally not.
Alright, so this theory is gonna sound insane, but most theories sound insane. I don't... Why is my phone buzzing? Like... Okay.
Oh, was that me? Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah. Keep going. Sorry.
So... Alright. So the dinosaurs... Think about it. Alright, so before us, there's the dinosaurs.
Oh, hold on. Pause that for a second. Do Christians believe in dinosaurs? Because that's something that's highly, like, that's highly accepted. Everyone believes in dinosaurs, but they don't believe in evolution.
What?
So do they believe in
Dinosaurs are insane. They could totally be made up and we'd all just freaking believe it. Like, what the hell? This thing is bigger than my house. Was just walking around one day.
Anyways, keep going.
And then it's dead now?
That's my biggest question, though. Because they talk about dinosaurs like they exist, but then they don't believe in evolution, so, like, there's a hole. Sorry, that doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah, don't they know that humans weren't there with dinosaurs? Like, what?
I don't know.
Did they think that this Adam and Eve just appeared out of fucktown nowhere?
Dust. Adam came from dust, and then Eve. This is the creepiest part. Eve came from Adam's rib. That's yeah. But anyways, that's a different thing.
That's just okay. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, so dinosaurs. They were walking around Earth, right? And then out of nowhere, they get wiped out by this meteor. Completely. All of them. Gone. Dead. Gone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So this is where the theory plays in the humans, because humans came after. So another planet
I'm literally
was getting overpopulated. And they were similar species to us. They probably looked more like, I don't know, apes. Who knows? And this is how, so they placed us like a small number on this planet to see if we could sustain, and we did, and they watched us do weird things and evolve and do this other stuff, and we mix bread and all this other stuff.
Wait, so we're aliens?
Yeah, the meteor, they wiped out the dinosaurs because they're much larger and could instantly kill us, just like
Okay, so oh my god, and then like we're from a different planet.
Yeah. I mean, now we are Earthlings because we mix so much.
Right. Now
and
we're
we evolved, but in the beginning, we originated from a different planet.
In the beginning.
Yeah, we originated from a different planet. And
that's crazy.
Yeah. And
that's a cool theory, actually. That's a cool theory. I don't believe that, but that's a cool theory.
Yeah, I thought of it one day when I was talking with my dad. I was like, I didn't hear this somewhere. I thought of this. I'm sure someone else has thought of this, but I didn't read it anywhere. Like, it's a cool theory, but it's crazy. I'm crazy.
No, but like that's true though, because like humans are so different from the rest of the species, and it's like, I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah.
But you know, evolution.
Mhm. So that's, yeah.
What was the?
Oh. And they check up on us sometimes and like help us, but I don't think they help us as much anymore because I don't think we need it. But back in like the ancient times, like ancient Egyptians, I remember I was telling you this, but I was so like blah that it didn't make sense.
Oh, okay.
And so the ancient Egyptians, they're like, their little, what are they called? Hieroglyphics? Yeah.
Like on the walls?
Yeah, they always like bowed down to this weird higher being that did not look human. Like they had humans.
They had cats before cats even existed.
They had,
like, that doesn't make sense.
They had all this crazy shit.
That's another thing. Like, why has cats always been like this glorious, like? But continue. Sorry.
Because they're assholes. I hate cats.
Because they're assholes. They're glorious because they're assholes.
And this higher being, and it makes a lot of sense because like the way they made pyramids, they have like found.
Oh, I remember you telling me this now.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense back then, but I get it now.
They found that they're like more highly engineered than they're more than just a place to put your dead bodies.
Dude, they're freaking perfect.
Yeah,
they're perfect.
They are perfect.
And they're still intact today. When there's some buildings that we have made that's supposed to be so amazing. Like,
and they just break down.
Yeah.
And the pyramids are ancient and are still here. And they did not have the technology we did today.
No, I don't know how they
did not have the freaking tools we had today. They had freaking stones. How the hell?
And they did it perfectly triangle.
How did they line it up perfectly?
I can't even draw a straight line.
Right? They say to this day they still can't put a piece of paper in between the pyramids because they're so intact perfectly.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Kudos to fucking them, but like,
but it's more than that. Like, what this show me and my dad were watching, they said that they don't think that with today we could make pyramids. And the weird thing about pyramids is they couldn't like go over and like talk to some other dude in like Malaysia or something.
Yeah.
But they were all similar structures all over the freaking world. How did they all know to make these similar structures all over the world?
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, I'm sorry. I've just been sitting here staring, like listening, like so intently, thinking, like, holy shit, my life is. No, that's crazy.
It gets deeper.
Okay, I'm in for this.
So, I forget like the actual, but they were like doing something weird with the pyramid, and they were doing like these tests, and they found like weird like gas or radiation or something in it, and they think that it makes sense because all of the pyramids are like that they had a higher purpose than just having where your dead bodies are.
Oh, they all had radiation? I actually
Like
didn't know
something
that.
weird. Like they produce energy, and the way that the light came in, like they think that like I don't know how to explain it, but like
Ooh, that's
they
weird.
think that each pyramid had a purpose, like energy and like electricity. Oh, electricity. They had electricity. They had freaking batteries.
Back when they didn't have electricity.
That is true. You can look up ancient Egyptian batteries, and it's real. It's a real freaking thing.
That's crazy.
But electricity was discovered by who? Fuck knows. Who was it? Benjamin Franklin, right? Is that? I probably sound stupid if that's not him.
It's
but
Benjamin
like,
Franklin.
yeah,
On the
dude with
roof
the
of
kite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. By okay. All right. I don't. It's fishy to me. Like how we just hit this reset button out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, how did we have all this technology able to build structures that are still up today, that are all around the world, and they couldn't communicate with each other?
I don't know.
They definitely had help. Like, it's either like a higher being was like helping them, like setting up the pyramids, and you just walk around, this one right here. I don't know. That's what they drew. Like, they bow down, and if that is what put us on Earth, it makes a lot of sense that they think that's God.
Because it's what put us on Earth.
It gave us life. It gave us a new place to stay. It makes sense that they bowed down to this being like it is a God. And why there's so many gods. Have you ever think about that? How in most religions, there's more than one God.
Yeah. The sun god, earth god, rain god, clothes god. I don't fucking know. There's
a God.
There's a god for everything.
And it makes sense on why they think this higher being that put us on here, and there's so many of them, why they think there's that many gods. And that's why a lot of in ancient cultures, like ancient Greek and all this other stuff, that there's so many gods.
Yeah.
But my question is, if that is true, why don't they talk to us anymore?
I don't know. Because wouldn't they want to advance?
Because we're really not that advanced, if you think about it. Like, why the hell can't we time travel?
Well, that's never going to happen.
Unless it has, and we just don't. That's
because we would know. You would know if it's able to, because how time travel works, unless you were only able to time travel in the future, we would know that there's time travelers, because there would be evidence first. There's no evidence.
Oh, I seen this picture, like, it was, like, going weird about how this guy... Oh! When we were talking about black holes back in your kitchen, I was talking about CERN.
Oh, yeah. CERN.
Okay, so CERN does some weird fucked up shit. It's an actual facility, and they do all these weird experiments. Like, it's a real fucking thing, but I don't know, like, it's weird. So, this one, I know, it's hot as hell. Everyone knows the 2012 disaster. How we all thought we were gonna fucking die in 2012.
Oh, I think I heard this. But yeah.
Yeah. I might have told you.
No, I think I read it.
So, back around that time, they were spinning this molecule around this, like, hoop or something. I don't know exactly. But they were spinning the molecule, and they're trying to make these two molecules combine, because if it did, then I don't know what they were trying to do, but they thought that whatever this is would do something. And on that same day, one day, some dude was dressed completely weird, did not seem like he was from our time. He came onto the facility, like, he broke in and was like, stop this experiment. Something's bad gonna happen. Stop it right now. You're gonna ruin the universe or something. And they arrested him because, like, this dude's fucking crazy. Like, why are you breaking in to tell us that? Yeah. That same exact day, the molecules combined. And apparently, absolutely nothing happened. But that's the same year that something shifted.
Okay, yeah. So I didn't hear that story, but I heard something about 2012 when they were like, this is what the world's gonna end. So it was like a Flashpoint, if you've ever seen Flash. Like he like changed something, but yeah, like basically there's some theories that we actually did die, or like something happened on that day. It's just different, but we're not gonna know.
Yeah. So what this one was is that the world did end in 2012, and now we got shifted into a new universe, like a parallel universe. Like, who knows? Maybe in the old world, maybe in the old world, like, oh my God, like my dad got married to that one girl, and I had step siblings. Like, maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah. He almost did. And
do you believe in parallel universes?
I don't rule it out.
Yeah. I think that's one thing I rule out. But I would like to believe. Do you believe in past lives?
I wouldn't rule it out. I don't know. I need more evidence to like really like be like, yeah, this could be true.
Yeah, past lives I feel like a definite rule out. Parallel universes though, on the other hand,
like
it's
we don't know.
It's not a definite rule out, but I feel like I don't feel comfortable enough to be like, I don't believe in it is what I'm saying. But
I don't believe in it, but I definitely don't rule it out.
Okay, so yeah, that's my question. Do you believe in it? I think there's a difference between ruling it out and believing it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
do you believe in
No.
parallel universes?
No.
Do you believe in past lives?
Oh. See, I don't know.
There have been
like
some crazy things.
My
with this little boy.
mom, she is strange, and like I said, I didn't grow up like very religious, but my mom, she like gears more towards like Buddha, like Buddhism.
Yeah.
And she thinks that we will come back as something else.
So she believes in past lives.
Yeah. And she definitely believes in karma. And honestly, like, karma, I don't know. I don't really believe in karma.
Yes. No, I don't believe in karma either.
Like, I joke about it. It's like, that's your karma, bitch. But
yeah,
like,
no, yeah. I joke
don't.
about karma all the time, but I don't believe in karma. I do believe everything happens for a reason.
Yep.
But I do not believe in karma. But, so back to the past lives. I don't believe in it at all. I think it's like rolled out for me. But, there was this little boy who, he was little, and am I feeling rain or am I just...
Yeah, I felt a weird drop. Yeah, it's not raining.
It's not even raining.
It's just like the clouds are like getting a little thick and they're like, oh, I can't hold it anymore.
Yeah, we might have to go inside. Anyways.
We should be fine.
So, there was this little boy, and he was with his mom, and he started talking about this other mom he had, and this other life, and he was so adamant about that, and he was like, and she lives in this exact area, and he said, like, a place he's never heard of, and he was like, this city, this is my mom, I love her, and he loved her so much, this other mom that he didn't have, and then he was like, that was my past life. It's raining. But whatever, it's fine.
Barely. It's fine.
drizzling. But yeah, that's my past life.
If the wind feels good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was like this little boy. He was probably like 3. There's no way I would have known this. And he thought he was a girl named Pam, and he would always draw pictures of her, and she said that she wore pretty earrings.
I think we're talking about the same boy, yeah.
Yeah, well, he mentioned that, and he would have like nightmares of how he died. Like, he would be in the house, and he jumped out of the building, and that's how she died, because it was on fire, and she jumped out the building, and she died. And the mom, and like, he kept having nightmares of this, and the mom, she knew that the little boy said his name is Pam. It was something like Pam.
Yeah. No, we're talking about the same boy.
And she looked it up and everything, and this girl, her name was like Pamela something, and she jumped out a window.
Yes,
Fire.
we're thinking of the same boy. I knew there was something, but the story that I was missing. Yeah, yeah. There's no way a 3-year-old boy would know that. So there's like things like that I'm just like, wow, that's crazy.
And there's a lot like that. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know if this story was true because I read it off like Twitter or something, but it's still kind of crazy. Like, this little girl, like, she thought she was from a different country, and like she would talk about it all the time, and like she knew the language.
Like, she just knew it?
Yeah. But like her parents didn't speak that at all. Like, they were American and she just knew this other language.
That's weird.
I don't know if it's true.
That's weird. I don't know if that's
if
true.
it was, that's kind of like,
yeah, that's insane.
like, do you believe that, why am I playing with a brick? Do you do you believe that we have like a soul or spirit or something?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I do.
Because I was thinking, like,
I'm a little hesitant. No, but yes, I do. I believe that.
I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh. In the same realm of past lives, I thought maybe not everyone gets a double life. Not everyone. Just the people that have to serve a different thing.
I made something up. I made something up.
Yeah.
It sounded insane to me, but I made something up. It was like, so this was like a world where like God picked and chose people. And basically everyone had 3 lives to live, okay? Everyone. They basically had 3 chances to do good. And if you did good in any of those lives, then you get another life. And but if you didn't do good, like if you did bad in all 3 of your lives, then you would just end after 3 lives. Or if you did a 4th and you met what you had to do, then you would go away. And it was like God would he would pick or choose. So like even if I did something bad in my first life, I had another chance in my second life. And if I did bad in my first and second, I had another chance in my third life.
Oh my God. So, me and my one friend, we like this ghost stuff, right? I don't know if it's true or not. I think it's just a story we basically made up. But, so, ghosts get rules. I don't know. It's weird. They get rules, and only some can stay, like, in the middle world.
Yeah.
Because they don't know. The ghosts, they're still there because they have to serve a purpose somehow. Or they never got to say something, and they're searching.
That's what a lot of people believe.
Yeah, they're searching for, like...
You won't leave until you, like, fit your... I don't know if it's content. I can't think of the word.
Yeah, I don't know. But they're searching for, like, people, like, who have enough... I don't know if it's, like, mental energy, but some kind of energy to communicate with them. To be like, hey, get me the fuck out of here. I'm sick of this middle world. Like, it's just never gonna end. And they don't even know what happens. Like, when we ask them, well, where do you go? They say, gone. Well, what is gone? Gone.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I've had weird encounters, but I'm iffy. I need more evidence.
Yeah, I don't believe in them, but that's something I would not rule out.
Like,
for sure. Like, I always joke that we have a ghost in our house. I don't actually believe we have a ghost in our house, but I always joke about it because there's, like, some weird things that happen.
we thought...
Oh my god. I know what it actually was, though. I know what it actually was. So, like, I know that wasn't a ghost.
Yeah, but still.
But the door, we were...
I think we told the story on your channel before.
Yeah, probably. It just, like, swung open. It was terrifying.
And we thought it was her mom.
No one was there.
We didn't even scream or nothing. We were sitting...
We were just, like...
in the Jesus room on, like, the dresser. Is that a dresser?
Yeah.
We were sitting on that, and we just looked at each other like...
Yeah.
And we didn't look at the door. We were just looking at each other like,
and then we started freaking out because then we realized there was no one there. And what it was though is I have these exercise bands and it goes into the door, but sometimes it's like in the crevice and so it forces the door
there was a
open.
lot of pressure and I don't think the door could handle it anymore and it just went boom, it just swung open.
Yeah, it was weird. But yeah, no, ghosts, I don't like believe they're real, but I could never rule that out. But there's just not enough evidence to prove it. But there's not evidence. No one's proved it wrong.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Is no one's proved it wrong yet.
I don't think I'd believe in ghosts if I didn't. If my grandma's house wasn't my grandma's house on my mom's side. So when I was little, me and my cousin, we would always play in the basement. And it wasn't like a fun basement. It's a disgusting basement. It smells like mildew and it's dark, dusty, and that's just where you do your laundry. It's a basement.
Yeah.
And we would play in there for some reason. We loved it. And I have weird memories of like this lady talking to me. And me and my cousin, the one day, like a few years ago, we were talking about it and we both remember this, and like she would sing us a song and we asked my grandma, like, did you have a maid or a nanny when we were little? And she never did. And this is around the time when my grandma had cancer, and she also, like, she was crying like when she first found out because she just got remarried, like her life, she was happy again, and she felt someone hug her and there was no one there. And my grandma's theory is that there's a veil and she was about to cross because she was going to die, and she thinks that when you're in that kind of state that you can touch ghosts and talk to them and they can touch you and talk to you. And little kids, for some reason, they like, in animals, they always can feel something else.
Yeah.
And like that's
little kids are the evidence for ghosts.
Yeah.
If little kids didn't like have that, I would never believe, because like the shows that prove them are really dumb. I don't.
Yeah, like Ghost Adventures, dude. Something just grabbed my butt.
But like little kids saying things about, there was this one little kid, he had a best friend, and it wasn't an imaginary friend. Like you can tell the difference. He was like, he really believed that this person was there. And yeah, little kids are
yeah. But anyway, so and me and my cousin, like, we both remember it, and like we weren't like bullshitting, like we were like serious, like we remember this.
Did you sing the song?
We don't remember the song. Like it wasn't like a song with words. It was like a oh kind of song. Like
that really sucks, because that would be insane
if we both knew
like,
the words.
Knew the words. Like I feel like that would be 159% proof. Hold on. I know there's something in my.
Yeah. Holy. Oh my God. Ew.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's been like.
Your eye is like pooping.
It's been like bothering me. Like it's been randomly. I've been like.
Yeah, it's good now.
It's like glazing over.
Oh shit. That's not good.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay, anyway. So, yeah, and we both remember this, and like, we asked my grandma, like, if we ever had a nanny, and she was like, no, but I know who you're talking about. And it was weird because she knew who we were talking about, because I was about 5, he was about 4, and that was when my grandma had breast cancer. And like, yeah. But, like, so I know the presence in my grandma's house, if there is one. Like, I can't say that there isn't, because there's so much. Like, if you're in that house, if you sleep in that house, you'll see
Okay,
her.
well, what about whenever you guys are like the guy, the one who doesn't believe it, and he went down in the basement?
No.
With the mirror?
He believes it.
Or, well, somebody who didn't believe it, or like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I'll get to that. And so basically, my grandma's house is haunted. Like, I can't just say it's not. One day, this has happened. I was
Slow down!
I was about to go into 9th grade.
Okay, also, there's this really creepy ass white van that's just, it's been chilling.
Oh, it definitely has. Yeah, you can't catch us on the goddamn roof, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You can look all you want, but you can't get us.
Anyways.
What? Anyway, talking about ghost.
Your grandma's house.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was going into 9th grade. I wasn't in 9th grade yet. And me and my cousin, she's like 13 now. We were playing hide and seek because my grandma's house is literally the best house to play hide and seek because there's so many weird places to hide. And my grandma and my mom were in the kitchen and they were like cooking or something. And I was counting in the living room. And I hear her footsteps. Go down into the basement. And I'm like, oh, she's so stupid. Like, the basement, that's everyone's first choice. Like, because no one wants to go down there because everyone thinks that there's a ghost down there. So I go down there. And I don't go down all the way because I don't like going down. It's so cold down there. And so I go down like halfway and I peer around. I'm looking around and I see this black figure just in this corner just kind of like move. And I was like, oh. So I said her name and I was like, I see you. And she didn't answer. And I'm like, stop hiding. I can see you. I saw you move. And I'm sitting there talking to her and I'm like, stop being weird, come out. And I walk down the stairs and I go closer and I like put on my flashlight and no one was there. And I was like, oh. And I just slowly walk up the stairs and my grandma and my mom are looking at me like I am literally insane. They were like, who were you talking to down there? And I was like, I thought I was talking to my cousin, but she's not down there. And they're like, yeah, no one's down there. And I'm like, I don't want to play hide and seek anymore. Because that was really weird. And later on, like, my grandma was like getting like the water heater or something fixed in the basement, and the guys needed to take pictures of like the basement. And one of the pictures, you could see.
That's weird. I want to see that.
I think I've shown you. I can send you the picture and you can like put it somewhere so they can see this. I even circled it. You can see this lady. She looks mean like this. And she has her hair pulled back. She's definitely black. And she's wearing this white dress. And it freaked me out because me and my cousin Thaddeus, we both remember the lady singing was a very short woman. I didn't exactly remember what she looked like, but I remember she was near like the washer and dryer, and she was wearing a white dress that was like, it's like an 1800s dress or something. Like, it went around the neck, it bubbled, and it went like this, and it, like that. In the picture, she was wearing that dress, and I was like, no way.
What's weird is I feel like in a lot of those pictures, there's women in white dresses. It's women in white dresses, like bridal dresses or something.
It wasn't a bridal dress. It was
just like a white dress.
It was like, yeah, I don't get it. I think that's just like, I don't know.
But that's weird.
But it gets weirder. I'm going all along on the timeline after that happened. And that happened close to Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving, our whole entire family goes to my grandma's house and we get together. And because that picture came out, we were all kind of freaking out because it's like, oh my God, like, holy shit, there's a freaking person there.
Yeah.
And so we were all talking about it, me and my cousins. And the one, he was like, this is bullshit. And I'm like, it's not bullshit. And he was like, well, and he's not one of the skeptics that are like, no, I'm not even gonna go look. He was like, well, we're gonna like discover this. And I'm like, okay. My grandma's like, don't you bother that spirit. I swear to God, if you bring those demons in my house, I will whoop all your asses. She was going on. She's black.
I think everyone could tell. With the album, everyone said, yeah, everyone, yeah.
Oh, and this Thanksgiving, there was an African dude at my grandma's work. She invited him because he didn't have any family
Yeah.
in America for Thanksgiving, so my grandma invited him, and he thought we were insane after this what happened. So my cousin Thaddeus, the one that was little with me, and we saw it.
He was little with me then, now he's not.
He's not little, he's like 6'4". Every time he goes into the basement, he gets goosebumps and he feels an overwhelming amount of emotion. And it's funny because he's this big tough guy. Like, usually big tough guys don't, like, do that.
Yeah.
Like, he wouldn't be scared of the basement when there's nothing in there.
Yeah, like, yeah.
And my grandma actually thinks he can feel the feelings of the dead ones. And I actually think he does too, because he just gets like this overwhelming amount of emotion and heavy feeling in places where someone have died in a terrible way.
That's a horrible thing to feel. I wouldn't want to feel that.
Yeah, he definitely does. Like, he just melts down. And it's like, oh my God. Like, and because he's such a big guy, it's like he's 6'4", and he's like a lot of muscle. Like, he's not, like, when you see like such a big guy melt down like that, it's concerning.
Because usually they don't melt down in front of people. Like, they'll melt down, but not in front of people.
Exactly. And especially him. Like, he acts like all tough shit. So it's like there's something wrong. Like, he's not just crying to cry.
Yeah.
And that happened with Thanksgiving too. But Thaddeus, he wouldn't go down again with me and my other cousin. He wouldn't do it because we were like we were poking the bear basically. And we were all in the basement. Well, I think me and 3 of my other cousins, we were in the basement. And we shut off all the lights and all of our phones were in our pockets. And we just stood there. And, oh wait, no, the first time we went down, it was just me and my other cousin. We were taking pictures with flash to like see if we could pick up orbs, and we actually did. There was a moment that I was standing by the washer and dryer, and I felt like this weird cold go over me. The moment he took the picture, we looked at the picture, there was an orb like right by my arm, and that's where I felt the coldness, which is pretty fucking weird. But yeah. And so I think after that, that's when my grandma was yelling at us to not bring a demon in.
Right.
So then we went back down into the basement, like later on with my other cousins, and we turned off all the lights, and we had our phones in our pockets. We didn't touch anything, and we stood there in silence. All of us were together. We were all holding on to each other. Like, we all made sure we were holding on to each other, so we know someone didn't like sneak off and do something. And in that same corner, where I saw the shadow, where the picture was and the girl was standing, the painting on the freaking wall just falls. And we freak out. We started running up the stairs. We're like, oh my God. And in that moment, all the lights go off. In the living room, the lights just go off and no one touched them because it's not flip light. It's like, and they just go off. And my grandma, and the look on the African dude's face was priceless. He was standing on the stairs like, when my grandma was like, she put her hand out like this and she started talking to the spirit. She was like, we do not want to harm you, blah, 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 blah. We only love, da, 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 da. We come in peace and you can have peace with us. And after she said that, the lights turned back on. Ah! And the African dude was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I would be thinking the same thing.
It was actually terrifying. Like, that was the weirdest Thanksgiving. And we don't go into the basement anymore because it was freaky. But now I'm gonna get onto the most recent encounter, which was probably, I don't remember if this was during the summer or spring of 10th grade.
Yeah.
I think it was, because I think, yeah, it was. So I was in Erie, this is where they live, for a funeral, and me and my cousins, we all have to sleep in the same room, and it's really small, and we all fall asleep at different times, like, but normally I'm not the last one awake because I like to sleep. But this time I was the last one awake and I couldn't go to sleep. And her door doesn't shut all the way. Like, it just can't shut all the way. And there's like, it leaves like this weird crack in the door of nothingness black. And it's so terrifying because you can't see in there. And the TV is right by the door. And I was just kind of like on the bed, facing this way, facing the door on the TV, just watching TV, chilling. And for the slightest second, my eyes veer off to the door. And I look this bitch in the face. The ghost, I swear to God. She was looking at me, the same face, same white gown. She was looking at me, and literally, I couldn't move. Like, I wanted to scream. I was just like, I put the covers over my head and I went to sleep. But I didn't tell my cousins that because I could have just been crazy. I could have made that up. Like, my mind could have been playing tricks on me. I don't know. So I didn't tell them. And because I was like, it was just something weird. Like, it probably didn't really happen.
Right.
And then the next night, I wasn't the last one awake because I was making sure I went to sleep this time. And in the morning, Peyton, my other cousin, she told me, she was like, something really weird happened last night. And I was like, what? She was like, so I was just like watching the TV and I seen someone like come up into the crack of the door and I thought it was my mom. So I was like, Mommy? 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 And she wasn't saying anything, and then she walked away. And then I realized that it didn't look like my mom because my mom doesn't have anything white. And I was like,
yeah, like
I was like, no, because I didn't tell her and she told me that.
Yeah.
So I know
You weren't crazy.
I'm not crazy because she saw it too.
That's insane.
It's literally insane.
See, so my thing is with ghosts is like people have all these experiences and then I never have the experience. Although I did have one experience and I already like talked about it, but like I'll say it again. So I was with my cousin Raina and Babe, and we were like alone. We were home alone. No one was coming home for a little bit, and we went up to my old room, and we have this dinner bell, right? And no one is allowed to ring it unless it's dinner. Otherwise, you have to do like 20 push-ups. Life in the Marine house. But so yeah, no one is allowed to ring it. But anyways, no one's home, so why would it ring? We also have this basement door that is actually very hard to open and very hard to shut. I don't know why. It's just this weird like thing. We are in the room, and I hear like the basement door open. I hear it. Like, it's a very distinct basement door. Like, it's a very distinct sound of the door. Like, you know what door it is when it opens. It freaking opens. I hear it. No one's home. Then, like, I hear, like, the dinner bell ring. No one is home. Everyone is upstairs. Everyone who's home is upstairs. We're all in the same room. And, the dinner bell rings. And then I text my dad. Well, actually, no, hold on. I hear footsteps, and then that's when I text my dad. I'm like, Dad, are you home? And he said, no, I'm not home. I'll be home in 5 minutes. And so I go back downstairs. Like, when my dad comes down, we go back downstairs. I was like, are you sure you weren't home like 5 minutes ago? And he was like, no. And I was like, because this is what happened. Like, it was the freakiest thing. Like, I didn't understand how the dinner bell rang and, like, how the basement door opened. That thing is, you have to put some muscle into. You have to, like, literally turn and yank it. It doesn't open, like, my front door opens easier than the basement door.
Oh, I hate front door.
like it's insane. Like, that's the only experience that I think I've ever had. And, like, yeah. But to me, I still can't be like, yeah, that was totally a ghost. Oh, because it's an old house, so there's, like, winds that go through.
Yeah,
and, like,
old
houses
houses,
and all
that
stuff.
happens.
Like, my house is over 100 years old. So, like, I can't.
Yeah. My dad, he even, in that same house, he even had an experience where he was, like, in Tim's room, and he was playing video games, and there was a mirror there, and he used to be, and he seen someone, like, walk up behind him, and he thought it was my mom, and when he turned around, no one was there. And then he was like, okay, whatever. And he still like went back and played video games. But then it happened again, and he was like, what the fuck? Because he turned around, no one was there. And when he was telling me that, he described her as this short lady with a white dress, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane, yeah. Yeah.
Like, if nothing else happened, if it was just the little kid thing, and my grandma was like, yeah, I know who she is, she helped me, then that's all that happened, I wouldn't care. But because things keep happening, and they're still happening, and we all have different experiences with the same ghost, it's like, oh my god, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know, man. It just like makes you think, like, does everything get a spirit?
Yeah, I don't know.
We could have this deep ass conversation for a very long time.
Yeah, I know. I think we're gonna wrap it up soon.
Because there's so many questions.
I think we've actually like gone a little long.
Yeah,
I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I'm posting the entire thing.
We did not start this at 2, did we?
No, I don't think so. Why?
No, I got here at 2.
Yeah, you got here.
But it's 4:10. How long is this?
Okay, we gotta go.
Okay,
let's
so-
wrap this up. All right, so let's do our stereotypical outro. Please
Hold
like
on,
and
hold on.
subscribe.
This we can have a part 2 one of these days,
Yeah.
because there's still so
There's
much more
definitely
to be
gonna be
said,
like
and
a
we
part
probably
2.
will find more
Maybe
theories.
a part 3. Yeah, we should actually do research on like more theories.
Yeah, this is just like the intro and questions.
This is the intro, questions, all those things.
And
So,
weird
yeah,
stories.
Weird stories.
There will be more.
There will
and
be
we will
more.
have
We will
more
have
info.
More
and
info.
research.
Like
we will be
like,
researching this.
researching this. Yeah, actually, because I really want to do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's do our stereotypical outro. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and don't forget to turn on your post notification bell. Bye.